Today we're going to talk about Form I-9, the federal form that employers use to verify the identity and employment eligibility of nearly all employees. As a general rule, U.S. employers are required to complete and retain a Form I-9 for each employee hired to work in the United States, citizen or not. It sounds simple, but there are a lot of questions surrounding I-9s, and as an employer, you need to know the right answers. Welcome to HR Over Coffee, a series from the experts at HR 360, where you'll learn how to effectively hire, manage, and terminate employees. Form I-9 is a routine and required part of onboarding new employees. The form is composed of three main sections: employee information and verification of identity and eligibility to work, employer review and verification of documents, and a third section that is used when re-verification or updates are necessary. Let's jump right in and take a look at some of the most common questions employers have regarding I-9 forms. Do I need to complete I-9 forms for independent contractors? Am I responsible for the authenticity of documents presented for verification? What if there's a mistake on an I-9? Can I fire an employee who fails to produce the required documents? How can I protect private information on Form I-9? All right, now let's answer these questions one at a time. Do you need to complete Form I-9 for independent contractors or their employees? The answer to this is no. You don't need to complete Form I-9 for independent contractors, and any contractor you engage is responsible for completing the I-9 for its own employees. However, you may not use a contract to obtain the labor or services of an employee knowing that the individual is not legally authorized to work. Next, are you responsible for the authenticity of the documents presented by employees for verification? Many employers ask this question, and the answer is twofold. You must carefully examine the documents, and if they appear to be genuine and to relate to the person presenting them, well, then you must accept them. Refusing to do so could be considered an unfair immigration-related employment practice. However, if they don't appear genuine or they don't relate to the employee, you must not accept them. What if you find a mistake on Form I-9? If you find a mistake on a Form I-9, correct it, and the best way to correct it is to draw a line through the portion of the form that contains the incorrect information and then enter the correct information. Initial and date your correction. If you have previously made changes on Form I-9 in whiteout instead, you should attach a note to the corrected Form I-9 explaining what happened. Be sure to sign and date the note. Next, can you fire an employee for failing to provide Form I-9 documentation? Yes, you may. You can terminate an employee who fails to produce the required document or documents within 3 business days of the date employment begins. Lastly, let's address how to protect the information on Form I-9. You must keep Form I-9 and all supporting documentation in a secure place. The forms contain private information concerning your employees, and you're required to retain forms for specific periods of time. Ensure that the information is kept confidential and that it is used only for the purposes stated on the form. Lock or secure all the documents and limit access to a small number of authorized personnel. Remember, while maintaining records such as Form I-9 may not be the most glamorous part of your job as a manager or HR professional, it is one of the most important. To learn more about Form I-9 and other HR record-keeping best practices, visit us online at HR 360.